crazy. Lots of.
Do you remember what Melvin used to say about bowling?
No, I don't even remember. You know, I've never even seen Melvin in bowling shoes. Has he ever been bowling?
I think
he probably was like, "Fuck that, I'm not doing that."
But he said he likes it.
Really?
Melvin,
I've never seen him bowl.
Well, Melvin, our friend who's black, he said he likes bowling because the big black ball knocks down a bunch of white guys with rednecks.
Yeah. That's actually all right. Yeah. Is that why he doesn't like hockey though? Yeah. I don't like hockey.
Probably. I've never seen him at a hockey game.
I swear to God, I'm using that later.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I stole that, so now when Melvin comes on the podcast, he can't say that.
That was awesome.
Sorry.
He should repeat that. That is
he probably delivers it better, so we'll have him do it. Yeah, do one for you.
Clap.
Anybody who's on cameras.
Can you get the fucked up finger out of the way?
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Matzah Taco, or formerly known as Matzah Tacos, the Brutally Honest Podcast. I'm your host, Juan.
I'm Alan.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Greg.
Mr. Greg. Alright, well, we've got a beautiful poop on my fucking face. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. It's been a long day, but let's start out with some beer. Alan, what do we got on the table tonight?
We have a beer from the brewery. It's spelled Bruery. They're located in Anaheim. The beer is called Xata, so it's kind of like a take on horchata. It's a blonde ale brewed with rice, lactose, natural cinnamon, and vanilla flavors added.
Oh.
All right.
So,
Anyone lactose intolerant?
Yeah, that'd be me.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is gonna be real fucking fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad I came
Actually,
tonight.
I usually like to take a shit after I drink,
If you
so
guys
yeah,
give
it's
me
gonna
a
be
milk
good.
idea, I'll be better off.
I think probably when it's brewed, the lactose breaks down, hopefully.
Oh yeah, well, that's a good call. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find
Call
out
me
in
tomorrow.
15 minutes when I'm barreled over
Yeah.
and dying.
This one's just a normal pour, not like last week.
yeah. This is not a nitro beer.
Nothing crazy about it.
So here's the beer can. On the beer can, Brewery Xata.
I like the color.
Camera 2.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, man. I don't even want to explain the flavor yet, so I think on the last few podcasts, what happened was we started kind of explaining the taste on our tongues, but then it took away from each individual review. So, Alan, do the honors.
Okay, let's see. Definitely get the cinnamon on the nose. A lot of cinnamon.
Put your tongue in that. How's that feel?
Yeah, got the vanilla in there for sure.
Okay.
It's a very good beer.
So some
Yeah.
cinnamon. Okay, Jeff. Let's sorry.
What?
How many balls, my
Yeah.
friend? How many balls? That's the real question.
For a blonde ale with the lactose, I would give this about 3.5 balls.
I'll take it.
Okay, let's see.
3.5 balls, Jeff. Take a little whiff from this.
Yeah, definitely cinnamon. It reminds me of like potpourri, just that just barely cinnamon smell.
Okay, I'm not sure I'd sell that on the label, but yeah.
Yeah, there's probably a reason they didn't.
Yeah.
Drink this beer, it smells like potpourri. Whoa. But yeah, it is like really spiced. Not like
Overly powered.
there's like a lot of different flavors. Definitely cinnamon.
Now your rating is very important.
Yeah.
Because this is another.
No, it's not a pale ale.
Oh, it's not.
This is
okay.
a blonde.
Oh,
This is a blonde ale, yeah.
Yeah. I actually like blondes.
really.
Yeah.
Why does your wife have brown
And
hair?
blonde beers too. Sorry, what? Anyway, yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think about it? How many balls are you gonna give it?
Is yours like kind of flat? It's weird.
No.
There's not a lot of fizz to it.
Weird.
I'm not used to that.
Theirs has a lot of head.
I know.
You're,
Mine has like no head.
It's all shaft. It's nothing.
It reminds me of like apple cider, more like the way it's fizzy, right? It's like
yeah, it is weird because look, even if I pour a little bit more, you'll see it kind of fizz in there. Look at that.
mine is. Here, let me try
Let's
to
try it again.
head it up here.
Head it up there. Yeah, see it? little bit in there. Now take a little sipper on it.
Okay, let's see if that changes things. Yeah.
A little bit.
It's pretty, like, because it's blonde, it's got that real mild beer undertaste, and then they just went crazy with the flavors, which I'm not sure I want that in a beer.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste that much like beer, to be honest. So, all right, I'll shut up and I'll give it 3 balls.
I'm like,
It tastes good, but it doesn't
tell me the
taste like
balls.
how I want a beer to taste.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, what do you got, man? What's your tongue telling
I
you?
can't really smell anything at all because I just can't smell. But it tastes very fragrancy almost.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
like
like that
a-
potpourri, right?
Yeah, kind of potpourri-ish. I mean, it's like when I go to the restroom later due to the lactose intolerance, at least it'll smell good in there.
He takes a
Poop and
like,
flowers.
Yeah.
Fucking lactose.
Sweet.
It's alright. I think it's a little sweet though, almost. It's too sweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like very sweet. It's not beery. It's like this
Yes,
is.
at all. Yeah, it's like
This would be a good beginner beer.
remember strawberry blonde, like that kind of stuff. That's kind of what it's like.
Yeah.
How many balls would you give it?
You know, because of the lactose, I'm gonna knock it down one for sure on that. I'm gonna have to go 2.5 balls on that one.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
All right. You already had a few sips.
yeah, I had a few sips. It's good. I mean, it reminds me of horchata, so the name suits it.
That's true.
It's like the name's perfect, to be honest.
They get credit that in that portion, but
Yeah.
that's
I'm
not
gonna
in
take
the
one more
rating.
sip. Let me take a little
cinnamon?
smell again.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Have you had horchata?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
I went to AA for horchata.
Yeah, me too. Kind of gave that up after.
I like Orange Bang though. Orange Bang's cool.
Oh yeah.
It's weird that it tastes like horchata, and
Yeah.
that's freaking me out because
Yeah.
I like beer and I
Right.
like horchata because I'm Mexican. So
You're Mexican?
I
I'm
know.
outta here.
No way.
Well, I don't speak Spanish, so I mean, my ancestors would probably banish me from the land. If I
They did. That's why you're here.
Yeah, that's true.
You can always learn. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I went under the wall, so it didn't matter really.
Yeah. Somehow.
Yeah. I fit.
It's a big hole.
It was a lot of lube, not for the hole, or that one at least.
So what do you give it?
It's up there. It's at 3. I feel like I need to bring my ratings down because I was like immediately before 4.5, like or whatever, 4.5. But it's a 3. It's good.
Yeah.
It tastes very good. It's just not probably my first choice.
I think for something to get a 2 or less, it has to be something wrong with it.
Yeah,
Right?
this is
There's
normal.
nothing wrong with this. It's just kind of goes in a weird direction.
Would you have 2 in a row though? Would you drink 2 in a
No.
row? I wouldn't either.
No,
That's
in
why-
fact, I'm struggling with this tall can. I don't know if I'll do it. Over the course of an hour, I can do it.
What is it? 7.2% alcohol?
Is it?
Yeah, 7.2.
Really?
Oh, wow. That's surprising because you can't, I mean, it doesn't taste like alcohol at all.
No, this is scary.
That's interesting. So this is a really good, like,
First
young,
date.
get fucked up beer, right? Yeah.
Do you like beer? No? I'll give you some of this.
This is like a beer cooler, right?
It's like Zima. on
yeah,
steroids.
yeah, it's like we were talking about on a previous episode, Zima and Tequiza and all
Oh,
that shit.
good shit.
This is in that category.
Zima.
Yeah.
That was killing
No? To me, it's
They
feels
sell it
like
again. No, Zima came back. They sell it again now.
maybe if somebody who's got like a acquired beer palate, it tastes more like Zima. But probably to like that kid who I was back then, it would taste more beery.
I like
But that's
the
all I-
orange juice now. I don't go for the sweet thing anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Not
No.
those days.
Well, thanks for bringing the beer.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
it's good.
Where'd you get this said place?
I got this at the local liquor store I usually go to. It's a shelfie beer.
Oh my god.
Fucking shelfies.
I'm gonna spit it out.
Yeah, you know what? That's it. Podcast is over. Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next time.
I just got shelfied.
It's a colorful can though.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, original.
Alright.
Placentia, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, the design's really cool in the can.
Yeah,
is.
that is pretty cool.
So that's the really cool thing about all the cans so far. They've had really sweet designs.
Yeah.
And I go back to looking at regular beers now when I go to to buy whatever, and I'm like, oh, let me get some Pacific. I'm like, no, I don't even want that shit. It looks so normal.
This is how the craft beer addiction starts.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm above this now.
Yeah. My
I
wife's
get
like, what do you want?
beer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, nothing here.
No, I'm an alcoholic. I'm a beer connoisseur.
7.5 or higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And I am gonna change at some point. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, no, after this, I can't drink this Budweiser. I'll go to. There's so much it's free. One, yeah, sorry. Standards are raised, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, here's some free beer. No, I'm sorry. I can't taint my palate with such drool.
This is disgusting. Oh goodness. Okay, well, good beer. I didn't bring any food. And I feel like
I thought you said you were.
I was. It was such a crazy day.
You should have called.
This is just
something.
It's so funny because I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it, but I was at work and I'm like, my whole plan was like, okay, I'm gonna leave at 5 o'clock, go to the store, and then just shit always ends up in IT. Things happen where it's like, hey, now I need you to finish this thing which you could have had done yesterday. Or, the next day. But now it's like, oh, no, that's important now. So, shit happens, man. And it sucks. But the good thing is that there's more positive times where, like, you're ahead of schedule. That the times where I have to spend a little bit more time at work, it's not really that big of a deal.
Just when it interferes with shit like this.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? How you fucking with my hobby, man?
Yeah. Go the fuck away, work. I woke up to you this morning. I thought you were gonna leave.
Yeah.
It's like you want to just sleep with it and get it the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's gotta stay.
It's one of those persistent clingers.
It's like a stalker at that
God
point.
damn it, work.
Calling you, hey, you gotta work now. Fuck the fuck out of here.
Don't I spend enough time with you?
Didn't I want you to leave before? Stuck my boot in your ass.
How much does this cost? We never talk about pricing all of them, and I think it's.
Is there a big range?
It's something to speak to because when somebody goes to buy the beer, what I've been looking up is that people.
So I bought 2 4-packs. I bought a 4-pack of this and then a 4-pack of another brewery called Noble. They have a beer called Nose Candy, and it's
cocaine.
It's a session IPA, so it's lower in alcohol content than a regular IPA would be.
Sweet.
I didn't check the alcohol content on it, but it's obviously lower for a session. Where was I going with this?
How much did it cost?
How much it cost.
Yeah.
So the 2 4-packs cost me $30.
$30.
Yes. Normally, if you go to
the quality.
Yeah. Normally, like the breweries that I go to for a 4-pack of like the double IPAs or triple IPAs that I get, they range anywhere between like $20 to $24 for a 4-pack.
Yeah. Is there any beers that's like super expensive?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Budweiser Select.
That's top.
You don't see it around because it's Select.
Sour beers are usually.
Hold on. I had
technical
technical difficulty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my penis got caught.
Son of a bitch.
What happened?
All right, thanks. And notice because I'm not directly in the shot with those cameras, it's easier.
Are you on any of the cameras?
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, they can see me now.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Because last time it was fucked, man. It's just, you know what it was? I looked at it and what happened, so we'll switch subjects here. So the technology is awesome, but it sucks when you need it to do something and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do whatever you like. They put too many features into it. It's like they try and make it smarter than you. So the phone has this auto stabilization, but it was so fucking still it fucked it up. So it was on me, and it's funny because I have the initial clip of the video and I'm in it, and then it just goes and it
it's like,
fucking
fuck this
moved.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? And it's the auto. I was reading online about forums. It's auto stabilization. So the phone is too smart for itself. So I turned off stabilization.
Oh yeah.
So now whatever's in frame will always be in frame.
Why would it need stabilization on a tripod?
I know. I'm retarded.
Just in case. You never know if we have an earthquake. They could be 2.1. Or
Well, you don't want stabilization in that case. You want to see the real shaking.
Yeah.
Not if you're
leave
trying
it.
to record during the earthquake.
Yeah, so that was my fault.
Authentic earthquake shaking is best.
This is true. Yeah, that's actually, I think
As
Yeah,
if there was an earthquake, we'd be like, anyway, continuing
I
on.
would have like it.
How do you like this beer? Oh, it's great.
Yeah, we haven't had too many earthquakes either. I'm a little freaked out about
We have
that.
them all the time.
Yeah, I know, but not big ones, like the big ones.
That's a big one, though.
I know.
So when I was-
I like
I need to find a
earthquakes.
big one.
Did you guys ever get like?
7.0.
Do you remember the biggest? Do you guys remember the biggest
Northridge.
ones?
Northridge, I
No,
remember
there
that.
was another San
Yeah.
Francisco one. that was
94.
Yeah, 93,
Yeah.
94.
But you guys actually remember it though?
Yeah.
Because we were kids,
Yes.
right?
Oh, I
there's
mean, you remember shit like that
yeah.
from when you were a kid.
You know what I remember?
What?
Your birthday.
9/11? Yeah.
That day was so fucked. He
It's my
calls me.
birthday.
He was like, "Hey Juan," I'm like, "What's up, man? You know what day it is?" No. Turn the TV on. I was like, "What the?"
You didn't know
fuck?
about it until I called you?
Yeah, I didn't know until you called me. That's
Wow,
the
I
fucked
forgot
up part.
about that.
He marked
Yeah.
that in his calendar. Well,
Holy
fuck.
shit.
My mom woke
Yeah, so
me
at
up
that
in the
point-
morning before work.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
My mom
I
woke
was
me
at
up.
work, and then Jeff calls me. "Hey, what's up, bro?" And then that's when you told
Yeah, you
me.
were just like, da-da-da-da.
I'm like, "Hey, what's
Like,
going on, buddy?" And I'm just like, "I'm at work at the sports store." You
My
know?
dad was in Japan when that happened. So when he was trying to fly home,
Okay.
he wasn't able
Yeah.
to because all the flights were grounded.
way.
And they wouldn't let anybody
Yeah.
fly at that point.
So my friend
Really?
John,
Yeah.
our friend John, he lived in Vegas at the time, and he was gonna fly out for my birthday, and he
Yeah.
couldn't do it. It was canceled. So he drove out,
That's nuts.
and we still partied that night. Remember? So remember we were like out in the backyard. I still lived with my parents at the time.
I remember.
And we're like partying in the backyard. We're like, fuck these terrorists. They're not going to fuck up my birthday. And then a helicopter flew overhead and we're like, oh, I get in the house. I don't know what that is. Fucking everybody inside. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
dad's secretary had called my dad, and she was
Secretary?
like, "Hey, I just wanted to call and make sure your family from New York is okay."
No shit.
And my dad's like, "What are you
Huh?
talking about?" And she's like, "You haven't heard?" She's like, "Turn on the news." So my dad was still in Japan, turns on the news, and sure enough, like, he saw what was going on.
No shit.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was a crazy time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some cool documentaries on that shit. What people did for that.
Yeah, it's insane. The crazy stories are the people who actually went up and then actually came down and survived. Like the firemen, like
Yeah.
that is, and then the ones obviously that they didn't. But
It's 343 firefighters.
That's insane.
died.
Yeah.
And they were in the stairwells.
Can-
Like that was the reason they died.
Like
Like
getting people down, dude.
just opening doors and telling them to get the fuck out, and that was it. And they can only go so far. Like they didn't even get to go to like I think it was like
Yeah, you
they
can't get
only
all the way
did
up.
They did like
No.
20-30% of the floor. They didn't get to
No
go
way.
that far.
No,
It was
you can't.
impossible. It was impossible. But yeah, what a crazy event. I know. I remember that event specifically because of your birthday, obviously. But it was
That just kind of added a little flair to it for us.
yeah, it blew my
different.
mind. And I'm
Plus-
like every time we talked about it.
Plus, the next year was my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
So we were like, hey, get drunk. And everybody's like, it's the 1 year anniversary of 9/11.
Hilarious.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I know. We're drinking. We're like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are they partying?
Yeah.
Fucking terrorists. What happened to them?
Yeah. Is that guy Mexican or something else?
And they're like, ah! Like those videos where they throw the suitcase and they go, run.
Oh,
Dude.
God.
That's
so fucked up.
Yeah, those videos are really. They are actually really. That's
Someone's
actually.
car and they throw a fucking
They're
suitcase.
lucky they didn't get
That's so
shot.
Dude,
Seriously.
Yeah.
And there were some states that
People
got
are fucking
shot.
running, they fucking hook it to the leg
Yeah.
and shit, and they're running away. Oh man.
I had the idea like, oh, that'd be kind of funny to do with like Uber videos, but it'd be like really fucked up. Like if you have a little timer on your dashboard and you go, and you hit the timer and all the childproof locks are on and you
Oh,
jump out of the
Jesus.
car and you have all the cameras running.
Oh boy.
Like seeing people's reactions.
Sounds like something from
Have a red light in
Jackass.
the front.
Oh,
like,
you know-
yeah. Oh, someone's gonna do it. And it's gonna go viral.
If you want to get deactivated from Uber, you can just do that yourself.
That's what I was thinking.
You don't have to
Yeah, I know.
force the issue.
well, you can totally fake it too. There's so many things out there that go
Yeah,
viral
it's
which are
bullshit.
faked.
You can say it was an accident.
I like it was one of the Jackass movies where they locked the guy in the trunk. Remember that?
In the taxi.
Oh,
yeah.
Taxi.
yeah, and they drive around.
Right.
Oh,
it was
man.
Jay Chandrasekhar from
Dude, that one is so
Super Troopers.
Yeah.
effed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That guy was like just out of his mind. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
It was a double prank
That was
reversal. Like that was insane. And they made his beard out of pubic hair. Like I
That was
remember
rad when they were
at
like,
the
no,
end of it,
no,
he's
no,
like,
don't
on
do it."
top of everything, did you have to
Yeah.
do this too? You fuckers.
How do I look? How do I look? They're like, you look great.
And then at one point he's like, I feel like there's pubes in my mouth. And they're just trying not to laugh.
And it's all patchy.
Oh God.
It was curly. It was,
was
just
Oh
little.
Jesus.
That was a great.
Yeah, that was
movie.
the worst. The worst is like while you're. Can you imagine going back and watching it? That would have to kill me. Like after in the moment, you're probably like real quick over it. You know, like God, that was disgusting. But then when you go back and watch it, you're like reliving the fact that pube was in his... Because he probably forgot that the pube went in his mouth, right?
Yeah.
But then after he's like...
It's true. That whole event would have overshadowed that kind of stuff.
Oh, totally gross. It reminds me of like crazy stories, like as we're growing up, like where you first get to like just do crazy shit to each other, or just like turning 21. It wasn't even a big deal for us, but like, man, I remember going to Vegas when we went. I would like lose so much fucking money. Do you remember the first time we went to Vegas together?
And you were fucked up in the bathtub? I'll never forget that bathtub because I have it on video actually.
Yeah.
You in the bathtub. And your
tell
wife
the story. You want to
whoa.
tell the story because I don't even remember it. So why don't you tell that simple, funny, crazy, ridiculous story?
I mean, all I really remember is your sister was with that dude who was apparently loaded, and he wanted to like show off, and he treated us all to like VIP section at that club, and there was bottle service and whatever, and we're just fucking drinking our asses off.
Yeah, I don't think you guys saw me or how I got drunk.
I don't remember.
So I could tell you. So I blacked out, but I remember how I got there.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I don't know what the hell happened. And it's funny because, okay, so first off, have you guys ever been blacked out, like drunk, like truly blacked out?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. For you, here's a question: do you remember the moments of that night, or do you only remember when you got blacked out and that was it?
I only remember like blacking out, and then friends would tell me like
things you did,
stories that I did.
But you don't actually have any recollection of like
so
what
nobody,
you actually
if nobody
did.
told you blacked out, you wouldn't have known.
No.
Yeah. I think
I remember
that night specifically
the actual act of blacking out, and I remember the like phases of the night, and it is a trip when I think about it. It's so weird.
Do you remember the bathtub?
Yes, I remember the bathtub, and I've seen the photos, and I'm like, I remember that one. I do remember, but it's in pieces, and it's weird.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really weird, and it's the first time I ever blacked out. I never got that drunk before.
Because somebody else was paying for it.
What about you, Greg?
How about you? Do you remember anything, Greg, like when you first blacked out?
I remember everything up to the point. Well, not everything. Sections of what up to the point when I blacked out. I remember I started yelling for my friends, but I couldn't even fucking say. I wasn't really saying anything.
Yeah.
And then I was fucking done. You know, I woke up like 2 hours later. Walked out between two cars. I was passed out in the bushes. It was crazy.
No way.
Yeah, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck is everybody?
What did you get? What did you black out off of? Like, what were you drinking? Do you remember?
Bottles of wine and some other stupid shit. That we
Bottles?
I remember being on a roof.
Yeah, I used to black out from Jägermeister.
Fuck that stuff.
One of my buddies used to just like
syrup.
drink that like it was fucking water.
That's dangerous.
We would get back to my house and I remember specifically we got out of the car. I can't remember if it was a taxi or whatever that dropped us off, or if it was somebody that dropped us off. But we get to my driveway, and he's getting out of the car, and all of a sudden his nose just starts gushing blood, and there's like blood all over from drinking so much of the
cocaine.
What?
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that turned weird. Like, his nose was bleeding from all of the alcohol.
Cocaine.
Yeah,
Was
weird.
Was it Jägermeister?
Yeah. What the fuck? How's that Jägermeister?
Jägermeister winter.
Jesus.
It's the seasonal one.
That's the seasonal one for sure. Comes from the cocoa plants of Peru.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Well, actually, the only time I think I may have ever blacked out is that same night.
Yeah.
Because who was that? Your sister's friend, that blonde girl that we just fucked with so much.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember.
She wasn't too
Kayla?
bright?
Was Kayla there? I don't think it was Kayla. No, it wasn't Kayla.
I honestly don't remember this girl's name.
I don't remember. I honestly don't.
She was. Anyway.
It wasn't Sunny, was it?
No,
it wasn't Sunny.
No. Anyway, everybody told me I was making out with her.
Really?
And I swear I didn't.
don't even remember that.
Well, you don't.
Is there
I
pictures?
don't.
If there's no pictures, you
There's
can
a
prove it.
picture of me like holding her in like a dip, like we were dancing or
Okay.
something. Like, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you were making out with her right there." I'm like, I swear to God, I
don't
did
know
not.
her. Okay, I do remember her, and I don't remember her name. She was extremely awkward and weird. Like
and
her
she was gullible,
personality.
and we kept messing with her. She's the one that we convinced
Yes.
that calories didn't count in Las Vegas. You remember that story?
On the way to Vegas, I do remember that story. We were driving, and
Okay, you can't tell. Oh, wait, okay, go ahead.
This is before anything even happened. So we're driving on the way to Vegas, and we convinced this girl that if whatever you eat in Vegas because of buffets. They're like, why are there so many buffets? And it's like, we explain like, oh, well, it's because you don't get calories. Yeah,
calories don't absorb in Vegas. She's like, what? It's no, I said something about the gravitational fields or something. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah. And we never like went back on that. So she went to the buffet.
Her whole life, she probably, and up to this point, if she's watching,
who knows?
Sorry about that. Yeah, it was great.
I'm not gonna think about that.
Yeah, and the best part is that we never, after the fact, we're like, we didn't tell her that was bullshit.
She's like 500 pounds now.
Yeah,
lives in Vegas.
She's like, why can't I'm moving back to Vegas. I can't lose weight. I'm going back to Vegas.
Oh, no.
She's like on one of those fetish sites where people feed her.
Yeah. Oh god.
Have you seen that?
Her life.
At least you eat again. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to Vegas. I'm not going to be able to eat pretty soon.
There's some crazy fetishes out there that I wish I knew about when I was younger. Because I would be like, fuck it, feed me. I would have ate naked in my undies if some guy wanted to watch me.
You'd be like a prostitute who eats?
Yeah. You know, some whitey tighties or something. Not that I wore them, I'm just saying. Judge her.
You would for money.
Oh my god. You can make money off that shit too.
Yeah, you really can. It is a trip. It really is a trip.
You don't even have to do IT stuff. You could just
you just show your penis.
Yeah.
But now there's so many penises out there, it doesn't really matter anymore.
It's a penis crazy world.
Yeah, it's a little saturated.
Well, yeah, a lot of dick
We're
pics.
drowning in dicks.
Yeah, we're drowning.
Yeah, too many. Yeah. I don't want to be able to pull a dicks. Nobody does.
Yeah, not anymore.
Somebody does.
I mean, back
Somebody
then.
does, yeah, not us.
It's like a barrel full of snakes. What? There was so the point was that I was really, just tell you guys a story. So what I remember from that night, which just blows my mind, is I remember my eyes shutting, and then every time they would open, which were like 20-minute intervals, I would be somewhere just standing still, and it was like you see that movie where what's that movie where the guy is hypnotized and he falls down and now he's mind controlled?
Yeah, that's
what's that movie called?
The movie with the
Stir of Echoes.
Go. What is it? Oh,
no, it's one with the people who
the rich white people and
they find African American or black people and or actually it's minorities, and then they basically
Get Out.
Get Out. So they hypnotize them.
Yeah, and they go in that
and they go in this phase where they're not in control of their body anymore. That's what it. Remember, because that movie tripped me out. And I was like, holy crap, that's what it was like when I was blacked out. I was sitting there looking like through a movie theater, like just through these two eyeballs, and that's how it was. And it trips me out to this day. I remember closing my eyes. I remember opening them. But the whole thing started. I'll go back a second. So you said we were at a VIP dance club. It was at least $2,000 or $3,000 to get into this section. Jesus. Yeah. At least minimum, not even the bottle service.
You still know this guy?
Just to get in. No.
Damn.
My sister does, but yeah, we're not sure what happened to him. So
he went broke.
We're all dancing and drinking.
Trying to find calories in Vegas.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. And randomly, there's this black guy with a Mexican girl. No, with his wife. Also, they're both African American, black, whatever. The point is that he was like, "Dude, you know how to dance?" And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, man." I was like, "Yeah, you guys dance really well." He's like, "Yeah, well, I'm actually a professional dancer." He's like trainer, like dance.
Alrighty.
Dance, per whatever. He teaches people. Yeah, you actually fucking suck. Never mind. But he was like, "Yeah, man, you're pretty," because I was a big guy back then. I've always been big.
You were bigger.
Was I bigger? I don't remember.
Oh, never mind.
I think I'm bigger now, but let's not talk about it. But he's
Popping
like
and locking.
For his comment to be, for a big guy, you move real well, and I was like, like I don't know, you want to have sex with me and your wife or something like at the same time? What's going on here?
Never know.
I don't know, but in the end, I was nice. I was just talking with him, and he like 15 minutes later says, "Hey, you want this bottle?" And it was a bottle of Patron Silver. I drank that bottle and didn't tell anybody, and that's why I blacked out.
Yeah. Patron Silver, and you're still standing today.
Yes, and it was crazy, and that's why I blacked out. I had drank tequila. I've drunk. I've had lots of tequila up to that point, so I've trained myself to withstand tequila. I didn't vomit that night either, which was also crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
Could have led to alcohol poisoning, to be honest, but that's why I blacked out. So as soon as I finished that bottle, it was like everything's spinning and I'm having a good time. But then eyes shut. I remember sitting down, eyes shut, eyes open, and I'm in a taxi line. That was all. And then I'm like, isn't that a trip?
It's like,
I'm like, how the hell did I get here? So in my mind, how the hell did I get here? Well, later on, my sister told me that you guys had to carry me into the elevator or whatever. Like, I don't know. People had to carry me and hold me up. My brother.
7 of us.
Yeah. A cranny.
The guy, the black guy, a good dancer. Everybody's involved.
We got one of those bellboy carts. We should have actually.
Hey, we need your help here.
Yeah.
That would be the worst.
That would be the best.
Yeah, the best, but the worst.
But I remember I had my little camera. This is before like everybody had a camera phone, right? So I had that little stupid elf camera, whatever.
Yeah,
It was a 4 megapixel, was the shit at the time. And I'm recording you, and you were really drunk, and I'm like getting in your face.
Do you even have the footage?
I probably do somewhere. Yeah,
you gotta have it.
And you grabbed the camera, you're like, get this shit out of my face, and you threw it across the room. And there's still footage.
Yes!
There's footage of the camera like tumbling across the room.
Yeah, when we got back to the hotel.
Yeah. Back in the hotel.
I was hitting on girls. I remember hitting on girls in the line, embarrassing you guys, and their boyfriends or somebody wanted to fight me. Yeah. I remember that. Eyes shut. Don't remember anything else. Eyes open. We're at the hotel. Wow. And I remember somebody saying, Juan, don't open the door. And the reason why is because I couldn't hold myself up. I was completely wasted at this point. So what do? I open the door. So what happens? I fall out of the car or the taxi.
Jesus.
So I remember you guys picking me up basically and dragging me with my toes basically like rubbing against the table or the concrete. Like just I remember that entire thing. And then I remember getting into the hotel, eyes shut, eyes open, camera incident. I do remember the camera incident. I'm like, yeah, like I have a camera here, and I threw it. Mm-hmm. And then eyes shut, eyes open. I'm in a bathtub, hot tub.
I don't remember
in my underwear and a wife beater. I'm like, how did this even happen?
And we're running the water on you. There's that old like wives' tale. Yeah, it was somehow running water on you.
Somehow that would fix it. Yeah, that just made me love it. I was like,
that was just weird.
Yeah,
now he's gonna pass out.
Weird things happened. I mean, like
now we're all just like giving a bath to a giant baby. Like,
wait a minute, we carried his ass in here. Now he's in the hot tub. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, it was stupid.
It was awkward as fuck.
You were throwing up in the bathtub. Did
I?
I remember that too.
I don't remember. See, I don't remember throwing up.
I remember. Actually, yeah, you did.
Did I throw up
in the bathtub at that moment? You were like, it was just like minimal.
It was coming out.
Yeah,
maybe that's why you threw me in there. Maybe.
You know what? That's probably why.
Yeah. To this day,
You know what? I'm gonna look for that
footage. We were both fucked up. Nobody else really remembers it, to be honest. I asked people, and nobody ever really. So they said you were fucked up. I'm
gonna find that and then I'll send it to you and you can splice it into the podcast.
Legit, I will.
But so are there any topics you want to talk about?
Yeah, what's up, Greg?
Right. Well, I was gonna go back to the whole thing where you black out and stuff. So when I blacked out, I was probably 35 to 40 feet from the front door of my house.
Okay.
But I didn't even know where I was. I had no idea where I was. But I wanted to get there, but I couldn't. I heard my friends running by and skateboarding by looking for me. I couldn't. That was like my in and out of everything. Yeah. And then I just woke up out of nowhere. I woke up like 3 or 4 hours later. I was like,
in the front yard?
No, I was in a fucking in the bushes by where the parking is. It's a condo complex.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I was like, what? And I think cars had moved since then.
No
so
way.
Like a different car in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck? I was in the bushes. It was just fantastic. I woke up and walked home and I didn't even know what happened. Like everybody was gone. It was quiet. It was weird.
Oh my
God. It was
God.
a weird feeling. But it was awesome. I got those little sections of remembering things. I remember being on a roof with a bottle. And then I somehow got down off the roof, probably fell. Just a bunch of little shit through the whole night. And then next thing I know, I wake up.
What a trip.
And walked right home. And that's like, what the fuck? I was passed out right there.
Yeah. It's like Back to the Future where he passes out on the bench and he wakes up 10 years later. Where the fuck am I? Or the girl that he drops off.
She's also like 44 years old. I'm like, shit, what the hell happened in my life?
Could you imagine? Oh man!
There's my front door. I hope I still live here.
Yeah.
I mean, think about people who go into comas for several years.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what happens to them.
That's got to be a trip.
You could look in the mirror after that. You're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. What happened? No, it's always been like that. Oh, okay. Why is it so hairy? Yeah, it's always been like that.
Can
it's
you guys
okay.
Cut my hair in the meantime, or my nails or something.
I saw this. There's a documentary one time about this guy who was in a coma for 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
And he woke up. He was really like messed up. He wasn't just like, oh, I'm awake now. He was like handicapped, right? He was really still had problems. And since it had been 20 years, his daughter was now the age that his wife was back then. So he thought his daughter was his wife, and he like nobody could. No, I mean she was 20 something. Right?
That's kind of weird, right?
But still, like, nobody could convince him that was not his wife because he just couldn't comprehend.
How do you catch up on 20 years? How do you do that? How do you try and tell someone about 20 years?
Seriously,
like what the fuck do you have in your hand? It's a phone.
Yeah,
I think the phone has a dialer.
Right.
Yeah, that's gotta be the worst. Like, I would rather just have it start all over. I mean,
might as well
reset.
Just pull the plug.
Because that's what it is, right? You don't remember anybody. Could you imagine waking up not knowing anybody?
Well, I read an article where a guy was in a coma for years and years, and he woke up and he said he remembered basically hearing he could hear people talking, but he couldn't respond, obviously, because he was in a coma.
Right.
But he would hear his mom saying, "I wish you would just die already."
Fuck. What the
Yeah.
Well, that's pleasant.
Yeah.
That's why you don't say shit.
I can't wait to
Mom, guess what? I
survive.
fucking woke up. Now what?
That's why you don't say shit like that.
I came through just to piss you off, Mom.
Yeah.
Guess he's not fucking dead.
Guess
Holy shit.
That's messed up.
That's gnarly. I could not imagine, honestly, that situation. I've actually told my wife, so kind of effed up, but do you ever have that conversation like, hey, and it's weird to think of, but I mean, anything can happen. You get in an accident. Yeah. I'm like, hey, if I'm like, to the point where I'm not responding, honestly, you can pull it. I'm like, I told her, like, it's going to be hard, but like, I mean,
you can.
Recovery is going to be so much worse, even if I did come out of it.
After a while, your body's not even using its own ability to breathe. You know, it's using machines.
I've told her. I've already had that conversation. I'm like, yeah, you can just kind of.
You can put it in
it's
writing.
It's a sad story, but it's a sad case. But.
When I had surgery to get the little tumor I had removed.
Oh yeah.
I had to sign a do not resuscitate.
So you actually signed it? You're like, don't wake me up.
You didn't. What was the conditions? Like, if you needed CPR, you didn't want it?
No, it was basically, if you're a vegetable, you know, do you want to...
So just like an advanced directive where... Okay, so do not resuscitate, it's like, if your heart stops, they don't even do CPR. Bye.
Yeah.
But, yeah, maybe it was
like during the surgery, if something were to go wrong...
And you ended up brain dead?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't want to be on life support, just...
I've
take
been
me out of my misery.
What was that like? What was that like going under after you signed that thing? Were you just cool with it? You're over it?
Yeah.
I mean, did you have any type?
You would never know if it didn't work out.
No, but you know what I mean? Going into it thinking, fuck, maybe this is the last time I'm gonna, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you go that route? Did you?
No.
That's probably why you're still here. Seriously.
You're meant for bigger things, my friend.
You're positive.
I'm going in for my 5-year checkup on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just walk out and go, you're lucky, Doc. You're lucky I'm still here.
You gotta get a shirt, kick cancers in the ass or something. I eat cancer for fucking
5 years.
Yeah, so by the way, for people that don't know, I had non-Hodgkin's follicular lymphoma. It was stage 1, grade 3A. Don't know what all of that means.
Yeah.
But I know stage 1 is, you know, like the beginning of it.
Stages, yeah.
And grade 3A is basically like a slow-growing tumor.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in for surgery. They first diagnosed it as a cyst. Went in for the surgery. Woke up and they said, I got good news, I got bad news. Good news is we got everything out. Bad news is that it's a form of cancer. So went through that. My dad like did a ton of research because he's in the medical field and he's got a ton of friends to get recommendations and everything. So I did 3 sessions of chemo, 16 sessions of radiation, and I've been clear of it ever since. It's been 5 years, and I'm going for my 5-year checkup just to make sure.
Yay!
Yeah. Congratulations. He's alive and healthy. That's freaking awesome, man. Yeah, I remember when you told me, I was like, what? I was so like emotionally, honestly, I was like, how can this be? I questioned so many things the day that you told. I actually found out about that you had that and you went through all that. I honestly questioned, like, wow, this is really fucked up shit. Because everybody in my family dies of cancer. Like my grandfather died of cancer. My grandma did, like.
I got lucky because a lot of people, it's not noticeable, but I had a lump right above my Adam's apple that was just as big as my Adam's apple.
Yeah, you got real lucky, dude.
So if it had been like somewhere deeper,
you
never would have known.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Well, you would have known later. But
Yeah, let me take a quick break real quick, just to reset your mic real quick. All right, take a break. Boom, boom. Hi there, little pretty girl. Sorry. All right, clap. All right, we're back. So anyways, I just had to fix Alan's mic because he had it the wrong way. Thanks, Alan, though. You know, what the fuck is wrong with me? A really good story, because now you're here making this fucking badass podcast, and it was all fucking You know, you get people. You know what the thing? It's worth it. And you get to share the story because a lot of people, it's obviously it's a negative thing, but like the support, like the fact that you went through all that and you were young and you're here and you can talk about it, and it's like, I don't know, it hopefully gives people the fight to do it. Like my grandfather, he beat cancer twice. Can you believe that shit? Twice. Like, who the fuck? Twice? Like, that's fucking crazy.
People are like, I got cancer. It's like, I had it twice.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's obviously bad cases where people they get cancer and you know, there's just, you're at the ending stages and you're like, dude, you're at the worst level. Sorry. And that shit sucks. But, man, it's not impossible.
There's a guy from high school our year who's died of cancer. Yeah.
What was that? Which one? Remember his name?
Anthony Nips.
Nips? I don't remember.
You remember him?
That sounds racist.
He was in marching band.
No shit.
Drum. He was in band. He was associated with band. I saw it on the Mission High School Facebook page. Somebody posted it. I think he was 35.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
It's like fuck. And he just had like a 1 or 2 year old kid or something.
What the fuck? No way.
Fuck that.
That's insane.
My friends, same thing. And one of them died with had 2 kids. It was skin cancer they had, but
Jesus.
Another one had brain tumor. I mean, and all of them dying, you know, with kids, and probably 37, 36. Wow.
Jesus.
So sad.
Yeah, that
makes me just want to go to the doctor and be like, take me.
You know what?
Look everywhere, please.
Yeah, it's scary.
I was at the dentist, and I was too scared to make an appointment with a regular doctor. So I had an appointment with my dentist, and I said, hey, you know, like, I'm here. I know you guys aren't, like, professionals and this type of stuff, but I have this lump here. What do you guys think it is? And so she felt it. She said feels like a cyst. I told her, you know, it doesn't hurt. I just I play around with it all the time.
Makes me want to check. Wait, hold on. Okay, nothing there. I'm good.
And so they gave me a referral to see a specialist, and that's when I went. And they also diagnosed it as a cyst, and then they said, let's do a surgery, you know, do a biopsy. And then sure enough.
So the biopsy proved it to be cancerous, and then you did another surgery to remove it? Is that what it was?
Or they remove it and it was biopsy?
They removed it and did the biopsy and everything.
Oh, so it was like one in one.
Was it? Yeah. Was it like annoying, like you needed to get rid of it regardless? I'd imagine like a lump like that, you'd be like, get this out of me. Like, no matter if it's cancer or not, right?
I noticed it for a while, and I didn't do anything for about at least like 6 months before I had my dentist appointment. And
well, they told you it was a cyst, so you're like, oh, it's a cyst. Fuck it.
They said, here's a recommendation for an actual doctor for that sort of thing. And
you think we'd have like some crazy ass fucking alien technology? It's like, oh, there's
well,
it's at.
They just I guess came up with probably what appears to be a cure for cancer. If all of them are dead by the next
every year
6 weeks.
Yeah, was it 5 years ago? There was a guy in I can't even find the. I was looking for the article the other day. He had a cure for a type of cancer. Gone. Like you never hear about it ever again.
You know what? Yeah, because
he found something that would work.
You know, it's gone. If you follow news, every year or two you see this thing about radical new cancer treatment, and then it just never happens. Yeah. Nothing ever happens.
That never happens.
I don't know what it is.
Die. They disappear.
Yeah. Maybe like it worked once really well, and then okay, let's do it again. It didn't work again.
The study was broken.
Who knows?
Well, they say that, there's no cure for cancer. There is, though. I think, even like anytime.
Oh, that's your Alexa alarm.
That's my Alexa.
It's 8:55.
Right. Time to make the phone call.
Alexa, turn off.
That's cool. Oh, we'll keep going, and then if I get the call, we'll take a break.
Are you in airplane mode?
Yeah, I put it on airplane. Actually, I did put it on airplane mode. Yes.
So you won't get the call. Perfect.
So we're not going to get the call.
Keep going.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know what?
Give me a call back.
I was in a dead zone. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I was on an airplane. What do you want?
I'll tell him. I'll text him. The thing is, the guy's in India, so we can talk to him whenever we want.
He's not like he's
going to
And then I was wondering what the hell I'm talking about.
What's the time change there?
I'm supposed to get a call.
I think it's like 13
hours. It's 13, 12 hours, something like that.
So, okay. 10, what is it?
Yeah, 9, 10 a.m. He's got a few more hours. He'll be fine.
He's getting paid to be at work. You're not.
Yeah.
I'm going to say there's an Indian here.
Well, I'm salary, so they kind of beat me like a mule sometimes.
Damn, that sucks.
I know.
That's not legal.
You should just take off extra days and be like, I'm salary, so guess what?
Hey, today's Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. That's June 5th.
Yeah, what the hell? This is weird. Huh? You're always eating tostadas.
Cinco de Junio. I don't care.
Oh, man. I want to get... I totally fucked up. I didn't get the foods, and it really sucks. I was trying to think of what to get, though. So next time, I think we're gonna do the matzah tacos next time.
Yeah.
You're gonna actually make matzah tacos?
Yeah, we're actually gonna make. So
Really?
we can make the matzah bread, and I'm gonna take.
I'll get the matzah.
Okay,
leave that
if
to
you get
him.
the matzah. Okay. All right, you get the matzah, and I'll get the
tortillas.
The actual. So 2 things. I'll get shrimp, so you can have shrimp in the taco, and then I'll have the salsas, and then for us, we'll have.
I actually have shrimp in my freezer.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then you can just make it.
So we're good.
Yeah, but there's a special type of shrimp that my in-laws make. It's fucking amazing. You like spicy, right?
I do. I love spicy.
Dude, you would die.
Anybody watch last week's episode?
Not yet, because Juan's fucking slow.
But by the time they see this one, they'll have seen that one.
Yeah, they will.
It's
see
fine.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking good. My wife likes it. For me it's okay, but for them they're like, let's do the shrimp dish again, and I'm like, oh, I know what's coming. But for me it's all about pork. I love
pork tacos. Al pastor.
Oh God, you shove that in my mouth all day with the seasoning.
I don't remember if I was talking to you about.
I was like, that's disgusting.
Those pork rinds were nasty last week.
Yeah.
No, you like the one.
Well,
remember
there was one that
the
was
light
good.
puppy one?
Yeah,
you were like, give me more.
Did they have any meat on them, or were they just the cheesy like?
No, they're the
He had
actual
both, he had both.
skins. Yeah. Oh, did you give those to your wife? Or did
Not
you eat
yet.
those?
I did, but she didn't open them yet. But
Oh.
she's
Yeah.
like, these are gonna be. She looked at them. You know what's funny? She looked at them. She's like, oh, this is gonna be fucking good.
Yeah. Because she knows.
So like,
Some meat on the end of that shit. You know?
have you ever heard,
puppy skin.
have you heard of the Greg? Have you ever heard of the keto diet? Right.
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay,
never
so
tried it, though.
so Jeff did the keto. He's doing keto, or he does keto.
Lost 30 pounds.
And
He does
lost-
taquitos?
He does taquitos.
Oh,
That's kind of weird. He
all
sits
fat.
on taquitos.
Yeah, my cousin does. Yeah.
Fat is
Yeah.
the focus, not protein.
Right.
Bacon grease and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
Close
sure.
enough.
Like this is my cousin did that.
That's so weird because
works.
a lot of dairy is actually not
He's a burger
good for
virus.
you.
Right?
Like,
Not in this one.
Seems to be fine for me.
it's so weird.
I mean, I don't focus on like all dairy. I go between animal fats through meat, dairy like cream cheese,
Right.
and then I eat avocados and nuts a lot. So I think it's important to do a variety of things and not like if you just ate nothing but cheese, it probably wouldn't work out.
Don't
too
hit
Yeah,
well.
you never take a crap either. You'd be
Exactly.
screwed.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
hit-
Even if you do things right, it naturally will cause issues in that department.
Yeah.
You have to take magnesium supplements.
Oh, I didn't
So
tell you.
yeah.
For
So
me,
you're not
I
looking now.
Yeah.
I'm 5'5". The biggest I ever got was 165,
Yeah.
and
One's right leg.
I was gonna say a foot, but yeah, I'll take leg.
biggest I ever got was 165 pounds. I was eating in and out like 4 or 5 times a week, and
I think
then
I
when I
dated you,
switched
by the way.
when I
That's
switched
great.
my diet to vegan, I lost 35 pounds in a month and a half.
Fuck. How do you weigh 130
That's
pounds?
insane.
As an adult.
How do you?
Actually,
Hey, easy guys.
I
weigh
lost
about
a little
40,
bit more.
so-
I was
Really?
I was
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
initially down. My lowest weight was 124 to be exact.
That was your lowest weight.
But now, like, I've been doing that diet, but I still eat fish and all
Yeah.
that stuff. I fluctuate between like 135 to 140 now.
Okay.
You weigh less than I do? That's fucking crazy.
What?
Last time I weighed myself was 144.6.
Man, that's like
Insanity. I can't.
that's
I
like
can't-
a supermodel. To me.
those of us that are vertically challenged take offense to that. So.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Height does like
So it's
every
weird.
inch-
It's weird
There's
with
a lot
all
more
these
than
like
what's all
different
different, you know, yeah,
diets.
Yeah.
It's weird with all these different diets how like things work for like
Yeah.
different people. It's
Yeah, we should totally do like a full like update of dieting. Like we start the podcast where we kind of tell people, and hey, I get on the scale. We literally do a weigh-in, and then when I start the keto, keep people updated every podcast. Because I guarantee I'm gonna fucking lose so much weight.
If
It's
you
gonna be crazy.
stick to it,
oh, I'll do it.
the first
I already
week,
told Brenda. Well, I'm doing it. It's
The
just
first-
we're going
I'm
through
telling
this.
you.
We've been in a really rough. A lot of shit's been going on in the last couple
Yeah.
months. So
Yeah, no,
the
it's hard.
intent is to start it. The intent is to start this year and stay on it.
But I'm telling you right now, at your weight, if you start and you're strict, the first
Yeah.
week you'll probably lose 10 to 15
think so?
pounds.
That's
I
insane.
guarantee
It's
it.
gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
That's gonna be freaking sweet.
Yeah, because the first week is the best. You lose like a lot of water weight on top of fat. So
Yeah. Well, the
it's-
biggest thing is
yeah.
for me, it's working out. I actually like to work out, but I like when I was doing it before, it took so much time. And
You
now
gotta
that I got
stay active in general.
If you can't work out,
I know you don't have to, but for me, it's like I feel like
you should. But if you can't,
that's gonna make me just go to
the next best thing.
Do anything you can.
Yeah.
Stay active. That's it.
I gotta do it. it. Oh man!
Just so you guys know, I can eat whatever I want, and I really don't.
That's so fucked. All right, turn off his mic.
Yeah.
I love fried food. I love fries. Oh my god!
I usually take between 4,000 and 5,000 calories a day minimum.
No way.
And I don't have a problem with it.
Do you like have a giant hamster wheel at your house or something?
No, I stay active.
Well, you probably have an opposite thyroid problem too.
No, I'm always moving at work, and then I go bowling every night.
That's
why.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, one time,
it's a workout, dude. It's a fucking workout.
I went bowling by myself one time, waiting for my oil change. I was sweaty. Like usually when you have to wait for all your friends to bowl, you have plenty of time to wait. Yeah. But when you bowl by yourself, holy shit, that is a workout.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
You're like, why is it so fucking hot in here? It's like 35 degrees outside.
You stand by the fan. They have the fan that dries your hands. Right. And you're just standing right in front of it trying to get.
Yeah, I put my shirt over.
Yes. Oh yes. I've done that.
God. You get one nut out and you put it next to it.
I mean, you get a good night's sleep.
It is. I mean, you're throwing like 15-pound balls.
Yeah. It's just gotta
big balls.
Throwing big balls all the time. down a crazy alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to hit some more pins in a hole. It's crazy. Lots of.
Do you remember what Melvin used to say about bowling?
No, I don't even remember. You know what's I've never even seen Melvin in bowling shoes. Has he ever been bowling?
I think
he probably was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that.
But he said he likes it.
Really?
Melvin.
I've never seen him bowl.
Well, Melvin, our friend who's black, he said he likes bowling because the big black ball knocks down a bunch of white guys with red necks.
That's actually all right. Is that why he doesn't like hockey, though?
Yeah.
None of them like hockey.
Probably. I've never seen him at a hockey game.
I swear to God, I'm using that later.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I stole that, so now when Melvin comes on the podcast, he can't say that.
That was awesome.
Sorry.
He should repeat that.
He probably delivers it better, so we'll have him do it. Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
I remember a friend of ours saying the N-word around him one time, and he was like chasing him.
Yeah, okay, that was hilarious.
That's the funniest shit ever.
It was Chris.
Oh yeah.
He, aka Bubs.
Yeah.
He said it jokingly.
Yeah.
Melvin.
Totally joke.
Melvin's reaction was a joke too. Yeah. Although it was kind of like, hey,
no, I'm
don't
really
go there.
Fuck you up if you keep doing it.
Anyway, so he stood up like real fast. He stood up like, what did you say? And he bumped the table with his hips when he stood up, and he knocked a beer bottle on the ground and it broke. And he goes. He looked down and he immediately picked up the broken beer bottle. And Bubs just ran off, and Melvin chased him with a broken beer bottle. Yeah. And we were losing our shit. That was so funny.
So much funny shit. Yeah. Okay, so how did you guys? Greg? How did you and Alan meet? Alan's got like these like hidden friends. There's like these 5 to 10 years between there where Alan's like. He like went off, and I'm like, every once in a while, it's funny because Alan and I were like pen pals. Like we had a yearly letter, like, "Whoa, how are you doing this year?" And then,
here's a picture of my kids.
He's like, "Well, I can grow beards now." Cool.
Got more hair in my balls.
Beat cancer. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad you beat cancer. Okay, what's up? What else is going on? Well, parents are moved. They're gone. They went somewhere else now. I'm like, okay. So, so where did you fit in the Allen lifestyle? How did you guys meet?
It was Costello's.
Costello's was through other mutual friends.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what Costello's is.
Costello's is it's like a Cheers for us, it's a dive bar.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where is it?
It's in Mission Viejo by the Kaleidoscope off Crown Valley, right next to the freeway.
Oh, is it one down below Crown Valley?
Mission Viejo.
It's above the Kaleidoscope.
It's above it.
You know where the new Target is over there?
Yeah.
It's right next to it.
Okay.
Target, you never thought a Target should be? Yeah, that's right.
I went in there. It's fucking small. It's weird. Yeah. It's weird that it's so small.
It used to be like a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Right.
What the hell?
I'm not. You turned a Dick's Sporting Goods into a Target.
I want that shit. Like,
you know what's funny about Dick's?
I don't know.
It used to be
hilarious. Go on.
It used to be called Chick's Sporting Goods, and then they changed it to Dick's.
So it's Chicks for Dicks.
And you know what's weird? I don't know. For whatever reason, I think these two companies are owned by the same parent company. Yeah. But no, these other two companies, you always see Dick's and Staples right next to each other. And it's like next to each other on the sign, like Dick's Staples. Like, can you split them up a little? Please.
I don't know why there's a Target there. It
was that whole transgender thing. They came in like, you know what? Fuck this. We're gonna be chicks with dicks.
Yeah. We were chicks, now we're dicks. Yeah, we see that.
Whatever's clever.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're not gonna talk about it because I think we're gonna hated by the community.
Would you like to express your opinion, Juan?
No, fuck that. I
You have no dick opinion?
No, I had no dick opinion. Your boy. If you're a girl, you're whatever the fuck you want to believe otherwise. That's her.
That's
fucking...
why we wear pants, so nobody really fucking knows. I guess.
Yeah, I know.
It's none of you. No one's business but your own.
Okay,
Just
so
don't be swinging your dick out and being like, "Oh, girl, like, fuck that." That ain't working.
Well, that's just weird.
People do it all the fucking time. They're like, you know what? Today I got a fucking vagina.
Guess what happens? I got stilettos and a skirt on.
Cool, me too. But it's
wear it. Just don't
it's a metaphor.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're like, hey, surgery's complete. I really
there definitely are people
bitch.
who want attention for certain things, which I don't like that about anything.
Yeah.
But if you, I don't care what people wear or what they say they are.
And my work, transgender bathrooms at my work, and we actually got a survey from a customer. She's like, I don't like the transgender bathroom.
It says transgender.
It doesn't. How does it say?
Because everybody else, because it has a half girl, half guy on there. You know,
Shut
so
the
it's
fuck
like,
up.
Is it unisex?
Oh yeah.
So one has a diaper changing station, the other one doesn't, which pisses people off too, because they don't. Get
you would need both of them. I mean,
but then again, it's like, well, the moms would have got screwed before, because it's like, here, bitch, go change the kid in the girls' room, you know, whatever. But this girl was pissed. She's like, I don't think it's right that I should go into any bathroom, just like any person who can go in there, a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter, but I shouldn't have to go in there and have to clean up pee on the toilet seat. So some guy went in there, pissed all over the toilet seat, you know, and she had to go in there because that was the only one available, and now she's pissed. So
rightfully so.
Why, you know, at the same time, girls are pretty nasty too.
Girls pee on the toilet seat. Women hover when they're in public.
Well, there's an Asian thing where they step on the toilets, and women and men both do it. And then what they do is they just fucking shit and piss everywhere. You never seen this?
They fucking
the squat.
What is this?
It's a normal thing. Well, because in China and
the urinals are like built in the floor.
Yeah, they're in the floor.
And you squat
and there's a pole, so they hold the pole and they squat and just. Shit just goes down.
Miss? Is that it?
Well, and so
anybody can miss.
There's no fucking pole. So imagine trying to do that in a normal urinal, or not urinal, in a normal. You walk in, this guy named fucking Thong is sitting there. You need on the urinal. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's your dick. I'm fucking taking a piss. This is what we do in my country. Yeah. Straddling the fucking urinal. Anyway, this is disgusting.
What the fuck?
I don't know how that got there.
So
anyways, okay, so that's how you guys met. That's how you guys met, huh? Costello's.
Yeah. not in the bathroom.
Not in the bathroom.
I was not squatting on the urinal.
He's like, hey, is that a Chinese squat? I love it.
Dude, that's a sink. Oh yeah, not anymore.
Oh my god.
That reminds me of this one time. Just
in band camp.
The flutes involved.
Honestly,
we did band camp.
That shit. Yeah, well,
not like the movies, but
no, it was summer. It was like summer.
I just watched American Pie the other day.
Did you? It's such a good movie.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
I did a little marathon.
It's such a classic. Especially Stifler. The whole Stifler. Nobody. You know what's funny? Since I work in IT, I talk to some people who are from like out of the country, from India, and none of them, they don't know American culture. But so I'm teaching like some of the people that I know, like, hey, go watch The Goonies. Hey, go watch Office Space.
Great.
Especially Office Space, because Office Space, they love it. Like they saw Office Space, and like, this is fucking amazing. So they're like telling me, hey, go watch this movie called Baba Boo Boo, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. But actually,
with the Indian Superman.
Yes, dude. Some of them are fucking.
Do you remember the video that you sent me a long time ago with the little guy with the like doing the rope?
Oh yeah.
He's
so amazing.
I think in India, they make more movies than anywhere else combined, right? Bollywood, they just crank them out.
Yeah, they just suck. Most of them just suck.
Real.
For us, they love it.
They're amazing though. Some of them are pretty good. I would admit, I watched a few of them with subtitles, and I was like, I don't even know what the fuck. If you asked me what they were, I couldn't tell you. But
like the two-dimensional background.
They're kind of cool.
A tree sticking out, so they can look through them.
Yeah, they're getting really in depth. The CGI that they have now, though, on like the action ones. It's legit.
Now we could do that on our home computer.
We totally could. In fact, I'm going to show myself in a RoboCop outfit for
Make an explosion right now. Ready? From my hands. Ready?
Yeah.
Fireball explosion.
Okay, I'll do it. Watch. That shit will be real.
All right. Let's see how well you can do it.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah. That was a Total Recall.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was RoboCop.
No, Terminator, yeah.
Come with me, you want to live. Terminator.
He's right. No, RoboCop was Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Dead or Alive. Yeah. I couldn't
It's a good movie too, man.
RoboCop, fantastic. I hate
half this guy and make him.
You know, it pisses me off when they remake those movies because they fucking suck. Every single one sucks.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Aladdin?
It sucks. Oh, dude. Okay.
With Will Smith as the genie.
Okay, that was weird. Hot topic. Have you guys seen the trailer?
Hot topic.
That
I just. If you're fucking 12 and emo, but anyways.
Well, I'm not emo, but I might be.
I know. There's actually some really cool stuff there. They just don't fit me. So sorry.
I've never been there to tell you the truth. I just know it's a place to shop.
Yeah. If you're 145 or less, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. If you do a kid small, you're good.
Yeah. If you're 350, well, guess what? You're getting parachutes.
Welcome to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, no. Welcome to Army Surplus. We've got a great parachute in the back you can cut up for your legs. Yeah, no, just your legs. You're going to have to grab the second parachute for your pants and your shirt.
This is what we cover the tanks with.
Yeah.
Here, try this.
Yeah, my mom goes, hey, I bought you a new car cover. You can use it great as a sweater.
Damn, Mom.
Take the car cover.
Brutal.
Yeah.
So back to the Aladdin trailer.
Yeah, back to the Aladdin trailer. No, have you guys seen the new Aladdin trailer? It's fucked up. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it.
I'm still going to watch it because I'm
not going to watch it. Fuck that.
What is that new system? What is this new shit they're using?
So they're doing it. All of these old Disney movies are turning into live action.
Live action.
I am looking forward to the Lion King one, though. That looks really good. Because that's done by Jon Favreau.
Check this out. I watched Mowgli. Have you seen that? It's a version of
Jungle Book. I haven't watched it yet.
It's actually decently good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
The bear thing, they should have done the whole, like, making a bear be funny. It doesn't really work when it's live action. Like, the bear's got a fucking scar in his eye. He's like, I'm a friendly bear. Like, no, you look like you just fucking fought 20 bears in a Royal Rumble. Like, I'm not going to believe
you just killed my family.
Yeah, I'm not gonna believe you're going to take care of a little boy. No, you're going to eat that son of a bitch.
Jon Favreau also did the Jungle Book movie, and that was a good one. I liked it.
So I think that one will be good.
He remade the Jungle Book as a live action.
Not called. It was a different one.
It was a different one.
This was an actual movie that came out a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's out there. I haven't seen that one.
It's called The Jungle Book, but it's the live action.
I don't know about that.
Mowgli is really cool because it's like a whole behind the scene stories of
So Aladdin.
But anyway, so Aladdin
is it CG?
That's
like
the thing.
The Will Smith genie looked very CG.
Yeah, it's completely CGI. But what pissed me off about it is that it can't be Will Smith. It just can't. Like he's just not Aladdin. Like he's not the genie. He's not the genie. Actually, Aladdin's fine. And so's the fucking parrot. That's a real bird.
Jafar looks fucking terrible.
He does look terrible, but I could deal with it. When I saw the genie is when I was like, oh, this is fucking stupid.
So nobody can beat Robin Williams.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Robin Williams
Come on,
is
man.
fucking classic, amazing.
It should have been like Cyborg and Superman. I would have rather you have done something like that because he's so CGI looking that it's
to me,
stupid.
The issue is Will Smith plays Will Smith.
Yes,
in every
that's
movie.
why he's not going to be a genie. He's going to be Will Smith
in
a lamp.
in whatever movie you're watching. So Will Smith isn't the genie. The genie is fucking Will Smith, which is not okay.
No,
it's like, oh, Will Smith came out of a lamp and going to grant you wishes. Like,
hey,
no.
When he's fighting aliens and fucking that one movie where he's what's that shit.
Men in Black.
The other one.
The zombie one.
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Yeah. He's all of a sudden he's a genie. Like,
you just can't do it.
You can get versatile, but
I
you
don't
gotta
know.
act like
I don't know.
I don't see. He can't do that. He's obviously he already did it. I told Brenda. I said if it was anybody else. In fact, it should have been somebody who's not famous,
like a comedian or something.
I don't give a fuck. It's just somebody who's not Will Smith, and I probably would have liked it. I saw Will Smith.
Just anybody who plays themselves, like Owen Wilson, for example. Imagine Owen Wilson being the genie. Wow, you want some wishes? Wow, it's like it would be like Owen Wilson being the genie.
Yeah.
Like fuck no.
Wow.
Could you,
genie? I wish you to be free.
Wow. He does this like.
That's great.
I've been on there for years. Wow. That's so good. That's so true. You can't pull somebody like that to do.
No, you got to do somebody who's got some
their whole life
acting chops who can be somebody else.
Yeah, who can actually turn into the character.
Yeah.
Actually do their job and change.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, there's these people. I mean, they're lucky that their personality somehow is like what people want to see.
Keanu Reeves, man. Keanu Reeves for acting. I swear to God, he's the same in every movie.
Dude, they're making a Bill and Ted's 3?
And I think he's awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm looking forward to that.
Is he going to do Kung Fu?
You know what's funny? Have you gone back and watched The Matrix?
Not for a while.
Okay.
I've been thinking about watching it recently, actually.
A few times I've actually gone in and I've watched a downloadable version of it, but I've watched them. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, like these are actually really fucking stupid. Like the first one's fine, but everyone after, I'm like, these are really bad. It's just the acting was bad. Keanu Reeves is just
That's what we do all the time.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's a bomb on this bus. It's fucking the same stuff every time. Speed. There's a bomb on this bus.
Keanu Reeves.
You know what though? You gotta give him credit.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
No, he's awesome. That guy's great.
He's good because I mean maybe he realizes that's his style is just gonna be monotone, same thing. So instead he's taken everything else up a notch. Like he learns actual martial arts.
Oh no, he does.
He does like weapons training.
Absolutely.
Like he gets all that shit down.
That's why John Wick was so great because he got to utilize all that. He really doesn't have to talk a lot.
Right.
He's basically assassinated.
I mean, in a way, those Keanu Reeves roles, some of them, they find the character that is him.
Like that's legit who he is.
He's the same way, but they seem to utilize him better. Right?
I just don't like. I didn't like the bomb on this bus one. What the fuck was that?
Speed. With Sandra Bullock.
It was too much.
Whatever. I mean,
pretty good though.
90.
The first one, I enjoyed the first one.
It's just he's so Christopher Walken's for a second. First one is.
You throw that guy in the fire and be like, oh, it's hot in here.
It's like Clint Eastwood.
Shit, you know? Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
Same shit every time.
Oh no. Bad things are happening. And then like next scene, yay, I won the lottery. Yeah. It's like same fucking face.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was.
But it's him.
But that's what you want to see.
Gran Torino was good.
Yeah, I really like Gran Torino.
That was a really good movie.
Like when the character.
But he was Clint. Your point though is he was Clint Eastwood playing. That's Clint Eastwood.
That's his whole topic. Is there are actors who never play anything but themselves, and they find roles that fit them. That's it. That's Clint Eastwood. That's Keanu Reeves, Will Smith, Owen Wilson.
But Clint Eastwood was so good. It was just like I was good in every movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You want to?
Do you know he's like 85 now?
He looks the same, man.
He looked 85 when he was 13.
He's like a fucking vampire.
Gray hair. He was smoking a cigar.
Did you ever see Jim Carrey's impression of Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Like with his face, and he does a facial impression.
He knows how to do it.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And he does this thing where he like transforms into it slowly. Like I know whatever I look like is stupid, but it's not he nails it.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's got the Play-Doh face. That guy.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with these new Disney live action thing. Like, well, the Genie one is just pissed me off.
What bugs me is that movies have become such a industry about money that they're not willing to take risks anymore. Yep. So they're going to be like, remakes. Like this movie made money once, it'll happen again. And so they're not willing to take risks.
Right.
And so you see the same old shit.
And that's stupid. There's no plots that are good anymore because it's all the same shit. You're like, oh, I'm going to see RoboCop again.
Yeah. Like it's like they sit down with a focus group and a risk manager and be like, well, this is what's going to be perfectly deliver the most money.
You don't want to
like, fuck you. I don't care about your money. I want to be entertained.
Yeah. I want some damn good movies, man.
That's how everybody's going.
Movies come out,
There are no good movies.
There's some.
And it's all like
it's rare.
Do you know what the latest? I was listening to the Woody Show this morning. I love the Woody Show, by the way. Shout out to the Woody Show.
Hi.
Hopefully they see the podcast. But they were talking about Roma. I was dying. Have you seen Roma?
No, but in the preview, it looked like the whole. Okay, before you say anything, my impression of Roma from the trailer is like you might as well have a movie where they're looking at the camera going, "Can I have an Oscar, please? Can I please have an Oscar?" The whole time, because that's what it looks like to me. It was like The Thin Red Line. Do you remember The Thin Red Line?
Yes.
That movie was like that was the first movie I ever watched, and I was like, they are fucking sucking Oscar dick this whole movie because it's not really entertaining, and it's just like
this art.
The storm came over the horizon. Like, shut the fuck up and make a movie. Like, I don't care about.
Show me your tits.
So that's what Roma looks like to me based on the preview. It's black and white. Like, fuck off with black and white.
Bad.
You're sucking Oscar dicks when you put black and white movies.
Oh, it's so bad.
Grab the 8mm if you want some black and white. It's over.
Yeah,
it's a long time ago.
Right? So Roma, from what I got from the Woody Show, which blew my mind and I was laughing. The best thing about radio and podcasts is that like you really have the emphasis that you don't see the image. So they're playing the audio from the movie, and it just makes it like 20 times worse. So the scene is every time the dog shits on the driveway or cement, the maid has to clean it. So it's literally they filmed that movie with these routine things that you see every day, making a bed, taking a shower. They filmed it live. So they didn't cut. Like you cut when you're making a movie. Yeah. You cut in a different angle. You cut the scene so it's shorter, right? You're not going to show somebody taking a 15-minute shower, even though it takes you 15 minutes. You're not going to show somebody taking a 30-minute shit, right? It could take you 10 minutes to clean the shit from the concrete. They literally show the 10 minutes of cleaning shit from the concrete.
So, is it gimmick? There's no cuts in the movie?
They don't cut. No, they might show a different angle, but it's the same action
so the
for as long as it takes to do. Yes, and that's what's so fucked about Roma. Like, people are like, it's so artistic.
I hate that.
But it's not. It's like...
What's artistic about life?
Yeah. So funny.
Take a shit.
Right, and all I do is hear... So they play it over the radio, and all you're hearing is the sound. So it's literally like 5 minutes of just... Yeah, and that's it. And like, so you don't know what the pictures, but they're describing to you what they're looking at. The problem, and I'm like, wow, people actually like this.
This is crazy.
I think what's happening is that the Academy, the people who choose the Oscar winners, they're all in the industry. So if you want to win an Oscar, you cater to those people. So you make a movie for people who make movies.
Right.
It's not for people who watch movies.
Yeah.
And that's why. Did you ever watch Birdman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking bizarre. I mean, that was clearly, it was about the movie industry. So it was like, oh, hey, everybody watching this who makes movies, isn't this great? And they liked it. And
it was weird.
That's all that matters.
That's what they're doing.
So they make money
so the Oscar means people who make movies like this movie.
Yeah,
that's all.
Pretty much.
So I don't know anymore.
So you took I'm assuming a break, but we were talking about Roma. Have you seen Roma?
No.
Don't ever watch it. But
okay.
That's pretty much the end of the story.
Never heard of it.
It's stupid. It's up for an Oscar and all kinds of other awards.
Just film yourself doing daily chores and you'll be cool.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
That being said, though, I do like the idea that like a straight to Netflix movie is nominated for an Oscar, just to kind of break up the industry. Like, it does exactly. I like that. You know, that they're considering those movies and not just the ones that go to the box office or whatever.
Do you guys $35 billion and everyone goes, fuck, this movie sucks. Well, I kind of want to see it now because it sucks.
Yeah. Do you guys have a Netflix account?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I don't watch TV.
Okay. That's a good on you, because then you don't get to get fucking retarded like us.
I don't like it. It's better that way.
It controls your mind, man. It's crazy. Yeah. But like, there's a lot of time wasted. But yeah,
movies are good.
It's a hobby. To me, it's a hobby. Like, time wasted is because you just don't like it. So obviously, if we forced you to watch it, it would be time wasted.
I never watch anything by myself. Really, it's like
really, I always watch it.
I watch it with
That's
my wife.
Weird thing. No, we can't do that. Like, we have 2 kids, so we're constantly like, hey, you're watching them, I'm watching something. Oh, I'm watching them, you're watching something. Like,
age all day.
Well, I was gonna
it's
say,
crazy.
Like, generally when I'm by myself, I play video games. But
really?
now, when I have to watch my son, I put on TV because I can't. I pause the game every 2 seconds otherwise. So I'm watching a lot more TV now.
Yeah.
But
I used to love when I was at the age of your child right now, which is 8 months.
7 months.
7 months. Okay, yeah, it was like the perfect age, because I literally, once they go to sleep, I'd be like, all right, gaming time, and I'd go over and I would rock and then slowly dip her inside this little bassinet, and I'm like, okay, and I just tap it with my foot, and it's like rocking, and I'm like, okay, and I get the headphones, and I'm literally like doing like slow motion, like, don't fucking move, and I'm like, power button. Machine winds up. I'm like, fuck, it's gonna squeal right now, because the fan gets to a point where the fan's like extremely loud, and so I go through the whole motions, and then finally I'm playing, and I'm just like, this is the best, because no one's bothering me, and she sleeps for like an hour or two, so I have a pure hour of gaming. Not anymore. Now I'm like, Brenda and I were just chilling, and then randomly just scratching me, and one kid's yelling, the other one's throwing shit. Like the other day, I saw him with scissors running. I think I told you guys about that.
Rule number 1.
Where'd you get those? And he's yelling. I'm like, he's gonna fucking kill himself. Like, well, that's it. I'm going to jail. So like, I'm doing like a slow motion dive to grab him. He's like, like Chucky and shit, stabbing in the eye. God knows that probably happened one day. I love kids.
Yeah.
Alan's like, fucking
none for me.
Vasectomy.
Anybody got
any kids, Greg?
Got no kids that I know of.
No kids? Oh, that's good. No. That's a funny statement that I know of. Woo!
I don't think I got any. I don't think so.
No?
I mean,
I don't think so.
Are you stupid? You stupid bull. I mean, you know how to have a kid, right? Don't do that one thing.
No, I did all that. No, I didn't.
You just let it fly inside. Yeah. Okay. Well, you might have
one. Dude, would you rather be... Well, actually, are you single, and do you have any care to have kids?
I did a while back, but I'm too old now, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could adopt at some point if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
I need someone to take care of me when I get older.
No. Do you know Mark?
Balls to the wall, man.
Someone's got to clean the bathrooms.
Yeah, someone's going to clean my fucking ass.
What else am I going to do? Why would I hire somebody when I got a kid?
Just get a dog, dude. You're good. Just get a dog.
Well, maybe by then it'll be robots. But
maybe I'm
it's fucking expensive. Maybe it'll be cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, they got sex bots, so you might as well have a shit cleaning bot.
That's ridiculous.
You wake up, you're like, whoa, that tickles.
How do you have sex with a robot? I mean, I don't care if it looks like a chick or not.
You probably could.
But what if you had like a relationship with this thing? You know, it's kind of nice because it doesn't talk.
AI.
You ask it to. It's like Alexa. You know?
Right. There's those
Alexa,
real dolls now that they're making.
She's listening.
So, bitch, what'd you say?
So there's real.
Turn that alarm on again for you.
What is that, Alan?
There's real dolls.
Yeah.
And they're starting to make them, where they can like speak and everything.
They're sex dolls that are made of silicone.
They're fucking slaves. They're AI slaves.
Yeah. Have you seen those? They're fucking weird.
There's a movie called Lars and the Real Doll. Have you seen that? It's from like.
Is it on?
Howard Stern used to talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like an AI thing.
I think
years
who was it?
ago.
It's Jared Leto or something like that. Anyway,
and he's like talking to her. He's like, "I love you." And
yeah, he like falls in love with the doll and he brings her around in a wheelchair and tries to introduce her to his family and stuff. And you know what though? It kind of like takes you through like.
Can you imagine people living their life like this though? That's actually weird.
Around, though. You don't take her to dinner or anything.
I mean, people like us, that never understand. But
Japan,
there are
it's
people.
A thing.
Yeah,
Japan, it's men.
Well, they'll marry pillows and shit.
Well, Japan they have anime. Japan is an issue because they're literally the population of like the population growing is actually it's diminishing. Yeah, they have a problem with men not approaching women because it's this virtual girlfriend and it's like they're accepting it. They're like, well, why should we talk like two women? There's no need. I can get the same satisfaction electronically and through this just fake emotion of not physically touching somebody. It's just VR. That's weird. And they actually have fake girlfriend apps. And it's when they get home, legit tablets that say, hello, welcome home. And it's their fake virtual anime girlfriend.
Does she fight with him? Does she tell him he's an asshole? Or
they code it so you can actually tell it.
7 days of hell
yes.
she has to give you?
You can actually code it to be a little bitch.
Once a month.
Yeah, it's weird.
You don't get to code a real one, though.
No.
You gotta take that shit first.
Yeah, you gotta take all that.
You gotta figure something out for 7 days.
Yeah, you gotta really figure it out.
That's nuts. You can't do that.
And you're always wrong.
There are some people who are...
yeah.
There's some people who are never going to have, like... Well, I don't want to say never, but they're definitely not cut out for relationships with real people. And what are they going to do, right? It's weird that some cultures... there's more of those people, but...
I don't know. That's...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Teach their own. Alan's like, well, I didn't want to show you guys, but meet Veronica.
Alan, I guess we're going to Japan. Sounds like a plan, bud.
Honestly,
I love Japan. I've been there a couple times.
Japan, legit, you could probably find like a woman.
7 days we'd be there, and we'd be
or just do a mail order bride.
Sure.
It's the 60-Day Fiance. I hate to say it, but damn, that show is crazy. Like it's
60-Day Fiance,
or 90-Day Fiance, one or the other.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like mail order bride.
You know what you could do?
TLC show.
Anyways. We go to Japan. We start a business where you bring in guys from around the world who just want to fuck and be like, you want a baby? Come pay us to fuck our guys. They'll pregnant you. Like,
maybe
that'll be a thing.
They'll pregnant you.
Pregnant you.
Did I say that? Impregnate.
That's the flyer. It says pregnant.
They'll pregnant you.
They'll pregnant you.
She's like, you want pregnant? We give you pregnant. I go, okay.
You want boy pregnant? Go pregnant.
Translation 100% complete. It's totally true. They pregnant. Oh, you want to make me pregnant? I don't know what the fuck that means, but if you pregnant, I will totally do that.
You want to have sex with me? Pregnant? Yeah, sure. No, I can get you pregnant.
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy.
That's rad.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful world we live in today.
And you could charge dudes to like come stay at that resort and charge women to come in to get pregnant just to make money.
Yeah, you have to stay here, bro.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Honestly, that would be really insane.
Just wear this name tag that says I like
I don't even
pregnant.
know where the fuck this conversation started from.
Edit this part out because nobody should steal our business idea.
At some point, someone's like, they're going to get all these ideas from us. Last time it was a weed app. This time it's impregnating people as a business. It's like a pregnant brothel. Like, you just invite people to have sex and get pregnant. And no idea.
It's just
and watch movies
live action sperm donor.
Yeah, and watch Roma. Watch Roma.
If I were to ever own a ramen restaurant, I'd call it the brothel.
Yes.
Oh, that's so why you just revealed $1 million tomorrow in Aliso Viejo, the brothel.
Honey, where were you tonight at the brothel? What? No, I swear, it's a ramen place.
It was so long. Well, I was at the brothel. The ramen was great.
What? Okay.
That's like, remember there's that strip club around here called the Library?
Oh, my God.
Honey, where were you? I was at the library. Oh, okay. Good boy.
It was completely innocent. I actually was going through the encyclopedia of A through B.
Yeah.
T through A?
Yeah.
There's T and A and liquor in the front. And
Hey, does Captain Cream still exist?
No.
That
whole place is demolished. There's a Donner T there now.
It's all changed now.
It was so ghetto.
I remember going there one Sunday for a friend's birthday, and there was only like 3 girls there the entire night, and they would do like 1 or 2 songs, and they would just rotate the entire night.
Different names
just
every time they come out. This is Charlotte. This is Scarlett. Like, what the fuck?
So okay,
This is Harlan.
Twins? Yeah.
People probably have no idea what it was. What is Captain Cream's?
It was a strip club.
Yeah, it's the best name ever.
It was around for what, 20 years or more?
Ever.
Topless and alcohol was served.
It was just like Orange County, you know.
I went there one time with my ex.
Really?
It was terrible.
Yeah. It was her idea to go, and we went together. It was weird. But
I don't like strip clubs.
I don't either.
They're creepy.
I don't either.
My first experience at a strip club, I was 18. I was in Florida.
Okay.
It was right around my birthday, so they took me to a strip club out there in Miami. And there was 3 stories in the strip club. So we were right by the stage, and this woman comes up to me. She grabs my hand. She says, "Hey, come with me." I said, "Okay." She brings me up to the 3rd story, and there's like these king-size beds with like just like rooms on the 3rd story.
Okay.
And she goes, $300.
What?
I
said,
for a bed? That's ridiculous.
I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have that type of money." So
That's
she's like,
crazy.
"Okay." So she brings me to this other room where it's
Downsizing at this point.
where it's like couches and stuff and like whatnot.
$150 on the couch.
All right,
She goes,
next room.
$75. That's the cheapest.
Okay.
I said, "All right, let me check my wallet."
Now, did you do it? Did you do it?
So sure enough, I had the money. So I was like, "All right, here you go."
No way. What was it?
So it was basically just a lap dance worth of like 30 minutes.
Okay.
And
obviously she's rubbing.
She got on top of me and everything, and she grinded me and whatnot. Mm-hmm. She still had her bikini on or whatever, except for the top. The top was off. And it was so awkward for me because I believe I was still a virgin at this point. I was 18. So like she grabs my hands and puts them on her breasts, and like she tells
you don't know what to do.
She's like trying to like
that radio, boy.
like massage them or whatever, and I was like this is so freaking awkward.
You're a new boy.
Yeah.
You like spanking.
And so it lasted like 30 minutes or whatever. And then finally it's over, and she brings me back downstairs. She gets on stage like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
She gets on and she's stripping and everything, everything's great. She takes off her underwear. Luckily she didn't have a penis.
Okay, I was about to say, man, this is going to go very sour.
No. She had a string hanging out.
Oh, no! Oh, God.
Take the day off.
So I
foul play, dude.
I look at my sister. I go, "What is that?" And she goes, "That's a tampon hanging out of her cooch." I was like,
"Why would she
oh
dance
my god, dude! What the fuck?" Yeah, like
did you check
string,
did you check your
fucking
pants?
Dangling there and everything. Yeah, I checked my pants. My pants were clean, thank God.
It's like teasing you with a carrot right there.
Dude, that was my first experience.
It's strange. Like
teasing you with a carrot.
Wearing a tampon is fine. It's a normal thing.
Yeah, but like,
fine. But if you're
somebody
showing it off, come on.
And as somebody that like doesn't know what it is, like
it's
you're
like a
like,
light switch.
why is there a fucking why is there a fucking string?
Like shove it in and get some like claws to take that thing out later. I mean,
she's on her period apparently.
Dude,
hold on to it and run fast. She'll fly in the sky.
Oh,
she's a little kite.
This did not end where I wanted it.
Pull it and see if she speaks.
Yeah.
Light it, see if she explodes. You never know. Like, what is that? I don't know.
Oh my god! Also, to the wrong candles.
What if you were so naive that you legit say, "Oh, you got something on you," and you like you grab it, and she's in a move where she's like about to jump up, and it just like and you pull it out, and just like you let the floodgates like. How would that look in the black light?
Because you could mistake it for like a clothing thread. Like they took their clothes off and the thread. Like, oh, a piece of your panties stay back.
Nice. Let me get this.
If you don't know shit.
Fuck, dude. Strip clubs, periods. I don't even know.
That was.
This did not go where I wanted to go.
$75 back.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get that money back.
Did you pull the refund handle?
Yeah. I need to talk to your manager.
It's like the bell, like when you
ring bell for good service.
When you leave the farmer boys and they're like, why is it squirting on me? Why does it taste like copper? You know what I mean?
All right.
Anyways,
There's a lot of irony in that.
yeah,
Wow.
we're
deep. We're deep in that.
we're knee deep inside
We're
this
deep
vagina.
as a tampon right now.
Yeah. All right, Greg. Thanks for joining us, man.
It was fantastic.
It's been fun. We'll definitely have you on again.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, Alan, talk about the beer one more time. What beer do we have today?
We had the brewery from Placentia, which is right in basically Anaheim, and it's called Xata, which is basically like an horchata.
Right.
Blonde ale brewed with rice, lactose, natural cinnamon, and vanilla flavors.
And if
That's pretty dope.
you don't drink a lot of beer and you want an easy thing to drink because you aren't used to beer taste,
This is actually
Do
a
this
winner.
one.
Lactose intolerant like me, I'll tell you later how that's going to come out.
Yeah.
The
I
best
think
thing.
it's broken down.
I
I think you're
I can already feel
okay.
Can
never
you?
mind.
Oh,
I don't
no
know
way.
what I'm talking
Probably
about.
lucky we ended this soon. I'll be
All
like
right.
the girl with the tampon hanging.
I pull on your sock, all of a sudden something's... Well, that didn't happen. That
wasn't good.
There's a snake in my boots.
Well, and in that case, that's about it, guys.
And that's that.
That's that. So thanks for joining us on Brutally Honest Podcast. This is Juan,
Alan.
Jeff.
and
Greg.
we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.